All right, so this is gonna be my first creator's diary entry, and this is really just going to be off the cuff where I am going to give you what's happening inside of our business as we are building this, and I thought it would be helpful because it's something that I would want to hear behind the scenes of other creators that are building their business, but also going through some struggles, but also hearing about the wins. And today, I'm gonna share both of those. And these are really for me and my son Scotty, who's helped me build this live video school brand, is to be able to go back and see where we were. So we've been at this now for 12 months, this channel, and our goal was to get it to $100,000. And we did that, and which is awesome. But now, 12 months later, we want to pivot. And we started to pivot, and the channel has paid the price. So just to kind of get you up to speed, if you're new to the channel, basically we've been able to get over 1.5 million channel views in 12 months. We've been able to get 35,000, I believe 500 subscribers on YouTube. And this is actually my third channel, actually fourth channel that I've grown. My first one got to just over 16,000 subscribers, but that did multiple six figures. That was my first business I ever did like 15 years ago. And then from there, built another channel, brand creators, to over, we got it finally to 100,000 subscribers, but after years. And that one did multiple seven figures. But this was actually one of the faster channels that got to a higher subscriber count, which was awesome. Um, but with that being said, I kind of did a little bit of reflection. I'm going to be 53. The time of me recording this, I'm going to be 53 tomorrow. So my birthday is July 30th, and this should be going out on July 29th, 2025. So I'm going to be 53 years old. And I'll tell you what, like when you do turn 50, when you turn 40, when you turn 30, like there's always this thing in your head generally that's kind of like, all right, am I doing the thing that I want to be doing, or is this where I want to be for the next 10 years? I don't know. For me, maybe it's just me, but that's kind of how I feel. And when you get above 40 and 50, then you really start to put it in perspective. And so I had a conversation with my son. I was like, I don't know if I want to be just showing how to grow on YouTube. That's not really why I wanted to start this. This was like a little project that him and I wanted to do, father son kind of thing. And and my whole thing was I wanted to help other businesses build a business on the back of YouTube. Like if I could sum it all up, it would be that. It'd be like how to utilize YouTube and drive awareness and attention to your business without spending money on ads and without needing to go viral and without, there's a lot of withouts, without having to be on social media for, every second of the day, uh, because that can lead to burnout. I've done it. So I wanted to give you kind of like the struggles that I'm feeling, and I'm kind of talking to myself right now. So if I listen to this back, I'll hear what I'm talking about here and I'll know where I was in this moment. But yes, we've had some success with this channel. But now we have to pivot because I want to be serving coaches, course creators, and consultants. If that's who I could choose to work with, that's who I would want to work with. Now, does that mean that people that are growing your YouTube channels, and maybe you, if you're watching this on our channel, you subscribe because you are watching videos on how to grow, we're still going to post stuff like that. But it's also like always thinking to ourselves, like, okay, who is it that we are trying to share this with? So I'm thinking about it like if we have a client that's paying us and they are a coach or a consultant or a course creator, would I create this video to help them? And if the answer is yes, then we're going to post it. It could be like an algorithm update for YouTube. Yeah, we're going to post that because we would share that with a client. So that's kind of the frame that I'm thinking of it. But the struggle is like you're asking yourself, should we be doing this? Because we've got some pretty good momentum on the channel. A lot of people would be like, you're crazy. You did well. You built an email list of over 11,000 email subscribers. You've got a nice little audience there and you're doing pretty well and you can probably scale that. But that's not where my heart is. That's not where my gut is telling me that I want to play. And so I'm making that decision, and we've already made the decision. We've already been penalized. YouTube told us we ran like this little AI coach that's in vidIQ, and basically it said, "You've confused the algorithm. That's why your views have dropped." And so we know that. So yes, that hurts. And if you are thinking about doing a pivot, the one thing I would say is if you're pivoting completely, then you might just want to start a new channel. If you're not completing or completely pivoting to a new direction, it's just like a little bit of a sub. Like we're still talking about YouTube, we're still talking about YouTube growth, we're still talking about all that, but we're pointing it towards coaches and course creators and consultants. Like that's who we're pointing it to. So because of that, some of our titles are going to have that in it. But what I would say is if you are talking about like fishing, and you wanted to start talking about hiking, I think you can do it, but I still think you should talk a little bit about fishing. So if you can't do that, it might be a time to say, okay, let me just start from scratch. Like we could have done this channel on my other channel, Brand Creators, that was up over 100,000 subscribers, but I wanted to start with a clean slate. Now looking back, we kind of started this a little bit broad, and now, we're somewhat paying the penalty of that. Not really. We've built a nice little audience, and in that audience, we've gotten some really, really, we've met a lot of good people. We've helped a lot of people, which is awesome, grow their channels. So the struggle that I'm dealing with right now is like, oh my gosh, like we're kind of going backwards like 5 or 6 steps, and we got to be here for a little while because when we started this channel, we remember posting videos and only getting 50 views, 100 views. And so when, we've got some videos that are over, well, just crossed, I think 300,000 views on this channel, a couple that are over 100,000. And, I think our best month was like over 300,000 views in a month. you know, Now all of a sudden you start talking about something completely different and all of a sudden, boom, it tanks. And that's okay. So it's a struggle, and I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy because it's not, but I know it's the right thing to do. And I got to listen. I got to listen to the heart. I got to listen to my gut, and I just have to go with it. And I'm going to. And I've been here before. That's the thing, right? I've been doing this for over 17 plus years, and I've done plenty of pivots. It's never easy. It's always a doubt. It's a self-doubt that comes in the mind. It's like, is this the right thing? Should I be doing this? Is this going to work? Like all of those things. And I'm still feeling those things today. It doesn't matter. Yes, I've had brands that have done over $1 million, but you still feel the doubt. It's like an artist that's they've just written a new song. They're still thinking in their head, are people going to like this? Or are they not? Are they going to get mad because I went this a little bit of a new direction? So you're going to still feel that, and it's completely normal. The win, or the wins, I should say, is we have been putting out some videos and they haven't been getting a ton of views, but they've been getting really good views, meaning quality, quality audience views. And that's what we're really after. And it's new people. So that's cool. It's slow, but it's gradual. The other bigger win is we said, you know what, we're going to do a beta class where we're going to teach our lead system. So we have what we're calling our steady leads flywheel. And basically, we are going to be now, that's going to be our main thing. We're going to help people install this lead machine, this little flywheel into their business. And so what we did is we have an email list. So I messaged out there, I did look a Handraiser, and I said, if you're a coach or a course creator and you want to get steady leads, this is for you. And then they opened it. And then from there, those people responded back because I said, if you're interested in this, reply and let me know. And they said, yes. I said, cool. And I just saw how many people we would get as interest. We had over 100 people. I said they were interested. And then we basically told them what we were thinking about doing, which was rolling out this 6-week beta cohort that we're doing. We're going to be rolling that out here pretty soon. And we said we're only going to take up to 10 people. And if we only get 5, we get 5, but we actually have 7. And we're starting this at a premium priced product. So the most expensive thing that we've sold in this was actually one-on-one coaching, which was right around $500, I believe, $400 or $500. And then we had audits that we did for, I think, $300. And then our courses were, I think our most expensive was $497. This is going to be a $3,000 premium offer, probably eventually a $5,000 premium offer where you're working with us and we're going to help you install this. And the difference here is that people that have a business, they understand the value of a lead. So one of our students and clients, he has a fitness business. We had him on the podcast recently. And he basically said he was paying $35 for a lead for his fitness business. And he's gotten over 2,500 qualified leads that are interested in fitness and they're over 40. So what's the value there? It's like over 80 grand. So for someone like him to be able to say, "Oh, help me install this thing and I will pay you 3,000 or 5,000, and once it's installed, all I got to do is keep that thing running with our little content machine. We got to keep fueling it." And so that's what we're going to be doing. Now we price this beta group less expensive. It's half price of the 3,000 that we're going to be charging, but we got 7 people. So we generated over $10,000 to work with these people in a small container, 6 weeks. And our goal now is to help these people get results, because if we help them get results, then we're going to be able to share those just like we can with Gavin. Just like we can with Matt, who just told us that he had a video that took off and got 20,000 views and he got over 1,000 email subscribers and he's gotten clients from that. So when we get to share these wins, that's only going to help our business and stuff. So this went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but this is the first one. But this is just going to be a random creator's diary little voice memo that I'm going to be doing. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm also going to publish this on the podcast feed. But if you are listening, that's what I'm going to be doing. And if you're watching, thanks so much for watching. And that's going to wrap up this this little memo. And I'm not going to put a little call to action at the end. You'll probably see something pop up on your screen. But if you actually, you know what? We're at the end of this thing. But if you've watched all the way to the end, let me know that in the comments. Do you think this is a good idea? You think these would be useful? Let me know that in the comments. All right. I'll see you in the next one.